Hello, gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another episode of Gentleman Masterclass. I am your host, Mr. Marc.antomattei, and today's episode we're going to be taking a look at another pair of shoes. This time, another one from Sperry. This one is called the Topsider, and the specific name of this, because they almost call all of their shoes Topsider, meaning that it goes on the top of a boat deck or such. This particular shoe is called the Leeward 2-Eye Brown, and I will tell you specifically why they call it 2-Eye in just a moment. But this is a leather shoe, and I did buy it in brown, although it came in multiple colors. But I thought that this would be the most versatile color shoe that I can buy from them, boat shoes that is, that I could pair up with many different types of colored slacks and other gear of mine. So if we take a look at the side of the box, you guys could see that I purchased this in a USA size 9.5, and here in Japan where I bought it, it would be 27.5 centimeters. Now this is 0.5 inches smaller than the previous Sperry shoe that you may have seen on the channel, whether you watched that video or not. But I did buy some Sperry sneakers, and the whole reason I bought those shoes is because Fred Rogers, aka Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he would wear these Sperry blue sneakers in every single episode, and they look like comfortable shoes, so it inspired me to buy those shoes after him. From learning about the brand from Fred Rogers, I learned that actually Sperry is the first boat shoe maker in the world. They have these little ridges going across the outer sole, the bottom sole of the shoe, that's supposed to help you keep traction on the top side of a boat deck where it's very wet and you're likely to slip. So this friction that is carved inside of there will help to keep you from slipping on the top of a boat deck, which is why these shoes are called the Topsider. Going ahead and opening it up, we are greeted by a little bit of documentation here. Of course, mine is obviously all in Japanese here. It says since 1935, just a little bit of information about the shoe and the material and the care and things like that of the shoe. This was inside of my other shoes as well, the exact same pamphlet. You got a little cardboard divider there to separate the shoes. Let me make sure that there's nothing else inside of this box. Again, this is a US 9.5, UK 8.5, Europe 42.5, and in Japan in centimeters 27.5 centimeters. Let's go ahead and stack these shoes on the top here. Now, the reason I got this kind of dark maroon colored brown was just because it's a very versatile color. You see that there's two separate colors of brown here. You got the dark brown, and then on top of that you have this oxblood color. Oxblood goes with so many different colors of slacks, I can't even begin to tell you. If you ever needed a dress shoe with the most versatility in terms of color, go with a oxblood colored shoe, which is this color, and it's going to go with almost absolutely everything that you have inside of your wardrobe. If you guys look inside the shoe, you would see that it has some sticks for as a shoe tree kind of a sort, just made out of cardboard, and it's folded back. It was just in there just like that. So let's go ahead and take that out, as well as it's stuffed full of paper, as well as it's stuffed with a little cardboard shoe tree. So there you go. Inside the shoe you have this blue and kind of beige plaid pattern in which Sperry Topsider is written on the top of that. The insoles is very comfortable. Inside you have a little bit of ox blood color going around the walls of the shoe, as they are not actually on the colors of the sole itself, but that's okay. shoelaces are brown, and even the bottom sole of the shoe is a light brown. Now, normally this comes in a white and or a lighter color, but I was very happy to get the darker color because it makes it look just ever so more slightly like a dress shoe, even though this is a boat shoe. So there's that. Price, I paid about 8,500 Japanese yen for these shoes, and that roughly comes out to, in this day and age, in US dollars, that's probably something like about 75 USD. But they did have shoes that were a little bit more comfortable than this, which was their top range shoe. That one was about 15,000 Japanese yen and or about 130 USD. And to take the step up, it was a more lighter and comfortable shoe. But I would say that the upgrade to go from this one and paying an extra $50 to reach their highest level was a bit negligible, so it really didn't matter that much. The outside of the shoe looks essentially the same. The soles of the shoe look essentially the same as the top range ones. I really like the logo for this company, which could also be found on the side of the shoe here. If you guys can look very closely, you'd see a little sailboat, and the sailboat is in the shape of a cursive S, lowercase s. So a really nice play on alphabets there and turning it into a pictogram of a logo of a sailboat. So that's very nice. And I like this design here. You guys could see the stitching going all the way across the top. I'm not sure how long this bottom sole is going to last, but I'm going to try to make it last as long as I possibly can. There is some type of stitching that you guys can see on the bottom. Whether it's worth to get the whole bottom soles replaced as the shoes wear out, or just to go ahead and buy a whole new shoe, I would just recommend buying a whole new shoe unless for some reason you form some type of sentimental value or bond with this here shoe. So, and there was a question that I posed at the beginning of this video, which I was supposed to answer. The name of this shoe is called the Leeward 2-Eye Brown. The reason it's called 2 eyes is because you see there's 2 eyelets here for the shoelaces to go through. Sometimes it could be 3, sometimes it could be 4, sometimes it could be 5. It depends on what type of shoe from Sperry that you're buying. But they have different eyelets for different versions of the shoes, but this one is only 2, which is enough for me. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I mentioned about the size earlier. I bought this in a 9.5, whereas I bought my Sperry sneakers in a size 10. The sneakers tend to wear a little bit more smaller, which means that you have to buy it in a larger size in order for it to fit, which is why I bought that in a 10 and bought this in a 9.5. This has a lot more snug and tighter of a fit. But yeah, you kind of buy this just size. It's so difficult to explain, but as you guys know, dress shoes, these are kind of casual dress, tend to wear a lot different from sneakers, so you have to buy accordingly, just to let you guys know. Don't think that because this fits you that you could just go out and buy the sneakers next and it's going to be a one-to-one fit, because that's not the case. Alright guys, I was very happy to show you around my second pair of brand new Sperry shoes, and I'm planning on wearing these around this summer, and especially to the beach. Being a very dandy man, you don't wear sandals at all. That is the rule. At least it's my rule. I got pretty feet being a man. But even with that being said, I do not want to show my feet in public. People do not want to see my feet. Unless you're a very beautiful lady with a foot like Cinderella, you better keep those things inside of a shoe because nobody's interested in seeing your big, ugly, smelly, stinky, rotten, worn down feet. All right, gentlemen, I would like to thank you for watching yet another episode of Gentleman Masterclass. If you like this episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that you can see future videos such as ones like the one that you had just watched here today. I'm going to close this one out by saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Salute to you wherever you may be out inside the world, and as always, gentlemen, you guys know what to do. Keep it classy.